internet, it's Jessica and welcome to another reaction video and I guess discussion video. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Exodus game. Last year I was kind of out of it, like new releases and stuff, just because I was pregnant and like I didn't have time, and then I had my baby, you know, so I didn't really have time to catch up on like news about new games. So I'm doing it right now, but I remember hearing about this game during the Game Awards in 2023, I believe, and Matthew McConaughey came up on stage. I didn't really pay any attention to it because I was just like, oh, it's another like game with a celebrity in it, because I feel like a lot of people kind of did that since a lot of games nowadays include celebrities. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I just feel like there's a thing that's going on where constantly we're getting video games where it features somebody and it's like, do they really need to be in that? Ever since then, I've been seeing clips of this game on Twitter, and then I couldn't help but think, hey, this kind of looks like Mass Effect. And then I looked it up, and apparently a lot of ex-BioWare developers are working on this game. And then I was thinking, oh my god, this is probably the spiritual successor of Mass Effect. So today we're going to take a look at a couple of videos and kind of talk about it, because this is exciting for me. Like I said, a lot of new games. Let me clarify, because somebody came for me in the comments when I said I didn't enjoy gaming recently, because someone said, oh, you didn't like Dragon Age. No, I still enjoy Dragon Age, but what I mean by this is like I don't find anything new that exciting, and like new IPs or upcoming games that are coming out, because I feel like there's a problem with the industry where it's kind of like I feel like this is for everything, where they're like kind of running on nostalgia, because we see a lot of remakes, a lot of sequels to games where they don't really need a sequel, or it's like a prequel and you don't really need it either. We don't see a lot of new stuff, and partially it's probably because they don't want to take a risk with it, which, you know, it's understandable. It's really risky to do something new. You don't know if it's going to end well or not. But yeah, there's not a lot of like new things where I'm like, oh my god, I'm really excited for this game because it's new. For me, the last game that made me feel that was Baldur's Gate 3, and I obviously know Baldur's Gate is not new, but to me it was new because I never played D&D or Baldur's Gate in general. But the type of game it was, the RPG, where kind of like that genre where it's been missing for a really long time, because the RPG choice-based genre has evolved so much where we don't get games like that. That's what I meant by that. It's not like I hated Dragon Age or something. I still love it. Obviously, I'm still playing it, but I don't get a lot of that feeling in recent years about gaming. It's been, there's only a handful of games where I've been super excited about it. So let's take a look at Exodus and talk about it. Alright, we're gonna start off with the first trailer from the Game Awards, because I don't remember anything. Pregnancy brain is still existing in my mind, so I forget a lot of stuff. But let's take a look at the first trailer that they released. It just reminds me of Mass Effect. I just hope for a really good story. That's what I'm hoping for. Archetype Entertainment.
What she found that day was a miracle. It would be our salvation. To fight against the Celestials.
Hey, they look like the okay, Celestials. They look like the aliens in Star Wars. What are they called? You know, Episode 2? When Obi-Wan's like, hey, my army. Yeah, this is giving Mass Effect vibes, and I love it. Because Mass Effect, hands down, one of my favorite series that I've played. Really good game. If you haven't played it, you should check it out.
They'd keep chasing us until they ripped our ship apart, and I had to save her. I led them away from this world, away from her. We both knew the cost of using the gates. When you travel at light speed, time slows to a crawl.
So it
was only days for me, but an entire lifetime passed for her.
Oh, interesting. It's kind of like different with Mass Effect when you use the time warps. I guess they're not the same.
I love you.
Oh man, is this game gonna make me emotional because I'll cry?
Our sacrifice to discovers worlds, seeds hope.
Okay, so from gathering this, the human race is probably in trouble.
We are the travelers.
Exodus. I'm gonna have to mute this part, but it looks promising and it reminds me so much of Mass Effect. And I love that. So far, we're only seeing two types of beings, the Celestials and robots. Alright, before we watch another trailer, I kind of want to go on their website just to kind of gauge what the story is about. But yeah, I'm judging by what I'm seeing. It kind of seems like we're trying to save the human race. So, Exodus is a new AAA science fiction action-adventure role-playing game. And role-playing game is my jam, so I'm really excited about that. Having fled a dying Earth, humanity has found a new home in a hostile galaxy. Here we are, the underdogs, fighting our final battle for survival. You are the traveler, humanity's last hope. So yeah, it's getting the same vibe as Mass Effect, kind of like Andromeda. By the way, I didn't really hate Andromeda. I had fun with it, probably because I played it years after it was released, but I'm getting that same vibe. We're going into another galaxy to find a home for Earth. And, it makes me wonder, again, what kind of beings are we gonna see? Because clearly it's not humans anymore, so I'm excited about that. So they got a whole, wow, they got like a whole lore on this. That's honestly really cool to see. There's all these articles about like all the lores and stuff, and what to expect, which I feel like I need to read off camera on my time, but you can clearly see there's chapters of leaving, the dig, just the edge of hearing. That's kind of cool, and we'll see more of the trailers on their channel. But wow, that makes me hopeful that this game will be good, because if they're willing to like put out all this information for the game, they have thought this through, and the story is probably going to be really good. Okay, one person I love following on Twitter for gaming news and stuff like that is Shinobi602, because he usually puts like the details of like what we're looking for, so shout out to them. So Exodus, new story-driven science RPG with time dilation, ship companions, branching narratives, which thank goodness there's companions in this. So I'm just gonna assume there's romances. I know that's not like a big thing for some people, but for me it is, because I enjoy living and breathing as these characters. That's why I love RPGs so much, because I can like put myself into the game. And again, romances are not like a big deal, but I like having relationships with other characters, be it friends or romances, because it makes the story more interesting. It makes me care more about the characters and more about the story. So I'm just gonna assume we might get romances. So we got, again, lots of leads from BioWare, apparently Naughty Dog as well. Story by Mass Effect writer as well. So they did a Q&A just recently, and it seems like the details from this video says the player's home city is Perseolis. I'm probably saying that wrong. The planet of Lydon is a major hub in the game. You have friends, family members, etc. in the city, and the choices you make on the Exodus missions will have a large effect on the city due to time dilation. So like we saw in the first trailer, when you pass through the time warp, time changes. So it might be a couple of days for us, but it's like years for everybody else. So that's kind of interesting, because whatever choices we're going to have to make, it's going to affect our family and friends back home. And that's kind of devastating, because not that, other games that I played, the choices don't matter. It's more like the choices happen like instant, like this is what's happening right now. And I imagine for this one, not only is this choice happening, but it's changing other things in the storyline, which can be tricky to do. So I hope that this does work out. I know a lot of games, when they have choices, they kind of say like, oh, this is like a big deal. And then when you get there, it's not really a big deal. It's kind of like a really minuscule choice. So again, it's just going to be a tricky thing, but I hope that they pull this off. That time dilation has a huge impact as well as on your companions. As you pick and choose who you want to bring on the missions, you may come back from a quest and decades have passed, or multiple decades. Ooh, that makes it more interesting too. So it's like, if there are romances or you make friendships, you might not see them for like decades. That's crazy. That's very interesting. This affects your relationship with people who are now much older, how your city has evolved, how tech has integrated from military to civic structures, etc. That's so cool. That's actually a really cool concept, because it kind of puts the weight on choices rather than just being like, oh, a character dies, or oh no, you can't do this anymore because you made this choice. The whole damn game is going to change. Like, everybody, all the characters, you know, the environments are going to change, and technology of like what you're using changes. I think that's pretty neat. Character creation details coming at a later time. The travelers are inspired a bit like Jedi, but they're not Jedi Council or specific organization in the game with an overarching structure. They're a bit more rogue, independent, but still work towards a common goal on saving humanity. You'll definitely interact with Maya Yama in the game. Aliens seen below. So yeah, we're gonna check out this video, but yeah, we can see that. So that's one of the aliens. That's creepy looking. Damn. That's actually really creepy looking. That's kind of cool though. That's exciting.
Preparing to transfer now. This is your last chance to bail, June.
Do it.
Yeah, I love it. I can already tell this is going to be so much fun. And I hope it sticks to this vibe, because sometimes trailers can be misleading, but I'm hoping this is what it's going to be. Damn. Ooh. The swinging thing reminds me of Uncharted.
Weapon is a hell of a way to greet your new partner.
So you're June.
I'm assuming this is our character, June.
Now that we're all best of friends.
Which I
let's make
believe
each
you can
other
be
rich.
male or female,
I'm not
doesn't
just here
matter.
to look pretty. I've got away with celestial tech.
That's one of the creatures. It's a bear with armor. That's so interesting.
I see a lot of potential in this new partnership.
Let me light the way for you.
Ooh, you can sneak around too. Love that.
Many thanks again for your help.
You should have been honest.
This place is forbidden. The price is death.
That's what it means to be a traveler.
Wait, is that our... Whoa, is that ourselves? I don't know if it's because they look the same, but it kind of seems like we're gonna... Are we gonna cross timelines? Because if we do, that's kind of cool too. That's so cool. I just read a comment on here, and I'm kind of getting the same vibe. This game gives me game made in 2000 to 2010 vibes, which is such a fresh breath of air. And I agree. It's giving the whole, like, what Mass Effect was. The music too. The way that you're playing, like, I know it's third person, like a lot of games are third person, but just the way that it is, the way that you can interact in the game. So obviously, like I said, we don't know if this is what the trailer is going to entail in real life, like it will articulate in the same way, but I hope it does, because it looks really, really good. And don't know if that confirms at the end there's like we're crossing over to like multiple timelines. I would love it if we kind of explore that storyline, because like I said, this is a very ambitious project. Obviously you can tell like they have a lot of like details going into it, but I really hope that they pull this off, because this is making me excited, and I've just like looked into it now, you know what I mean? And the fact that them saying it's heavy on the story, that's what I'm looking for. A lot of games are missing the heart of what video games are, which is the story. And sometimes it's okay if this is just like my opinion, it's okay if the gameplay is not like that great, but if you have a really good story, I feel like it's still enjoyable. I guess that's why I enjoyed Mass Effect Andromeda. Is it the best Mass Effect? No, but it was still fun because I liked the story of it. But there's just like this nuance of games recently where it's kind of like they lost the heart of it, and I don't know why that is. Is it because of greed, the way the industry is at the moment, where they're just chasing trends, which honestly is a bad idea because trends die out pretty fast. So I guess that's why I haven't been excited about a lot of new games, or maybe it's because like they keep delaying games, but we know the reason why is because the studio's having problems where they're not like treating their devs properly, or whatever the case may be, and it kind of just like sours the intention, because you can tell they have to rush the game, or they were crunching, or whatever it is. I hope this game comes to fruition, because it has a lot of heart. I can tell and it's giving me what the original Mass Effect trilogy was. And I love that game. Even though I was late to playing that game, I miss that era. I guess, yeah, in the 2010s, like, that era was really good in gaming. If you really think about it, a lot of good games came out during that time. And I really hope we can come back to that. And I was reading the comments of these videos, and a lot of people are like, hey, I hope more developers do this where they take risks and stuff like that. And it's a shame that they don't, which, again, I get, because you're taking a risk. It's really risky, especially with a new IP. You don't know if it's going to end well. But I feel like if you make a game where you make the story good, it will work out. I personally believe that. If you're chasing trends, or you're doing this like whole thing where it's like, no offense to online games, obviously there are good online games, I'm not saying that, but like this whole thing where it's like, well, let's make an online game so we can make it last forever and make money off it, it's not gonna do well. Like, it's really not. I hate to break it to some people, and most of the time it's not the developers doing it, it's the publisher or like their backers, investors I should say, who are into it. Like, I get it, it's money, but it's not gonna last as long as you think it is. There's a lot of games that they had an online feature and it fails immediately just because people are sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it. And I've been playing video games for a long ass time. And I really miss when video games focused on the story. So looking at everything on Exodus, I'm excited for it. I hope this ends up being really good. The whole thing with Matthew McConaughey, I think he plays a character where you just talk to him. I don't think he's like a certain character where he's with you all the time. I think it's fine, because when I first saw this, like I said, the whole thing with celebrities and stuff, I think a lot of people have this notion where it's like, oh no, another celebrity. They're wasting the money putting on celebrity where they don't really have any heart. But I think you can tell why they picked Matthew McConaughey because of Interstellar. If you guys have seen that movie, I really like that movie. And I think that's why they included him in this. Because it kind of like, he's been in that kind of storyline. The whole thing about like, you travel through time pretty much. And time has passed so much. Yeah, I think it's a good fit. But I don't think he's like a major character in this from like what I'm reading. It just seems like he's a character that's there that you talk to. But he's not like a companion that's with you all the time. All right, so here are some screenshots of it. Can I just say, maybe I'm dumb, but like legit, I think I like the design of the aliens. Sometimes, alien designs can be crazy looking, I get it, but like this where it kind of looks more humanoid, I think I like. And again, we don't see all the aliens that we're gonna see yet. We don't know what kind of aliens we're gonna see, but they look cool. Like, I like it. The screenshots are so beautiful of this game. All right, we got more information here. This is from a separate Q&A, so I'm just going to read this out too. Not all quests will include choices due to time dilation, but all of them will have a choice that will impact, and they will create cascading effects for later paths in the game, so affecting other quests that we may run into. The team hears gamers and the community about wanting to see gameplay, and the game is coming together really nicely. A date does exist for when it's coming. Stay tuned. I think it's good that they're not saying like, hey, this year is when it's coming out, because I feel like sometimes also devs are like, hey, it's coming out this year, and then they delay it and delay it and delay it. I just feel like just put it out when you're ready. I get that people show trailers early, and I think people misinterpret why they do that. Mainly it's because they want investors, because they need it. Like this game specifically, it's not housed by a big publishing studio, they need money to make it, so that's why they're showing all these trailers now. The main protagonist, June, is a customizable character that leans towards someone like Shepard from Mass Effect, which is great because I like being sarcastic Shepard. I think that's the funniest Shepard, but I really do hope that we can do that kind of like vibe where we can pick how we're gonna answer. If we want to be nice, want to be an asshole, you know what I mean? That has a personality, is voice, lots of drama, etc., as opposed to a completely blank slate protagonist like Elder Scrolls. Not that there's anything wrong with the silent protagonist. Sometimes it works, but I do like that this character is going to be voice, has like an opinion and can say stuff. Because I feel like it just like you can get into it more when it's like that. Especially if someone like me, since I'm a content creator, I make Let's Plays, it makes it easier. When it's a silent protagonist, I feel like it's harder to do if I'm playing off camera, like if I play Skyrim, yeah, I can like do the voice in my head, but I feel like it doesn't articulate well when I'm trying to like do videos on it. That's just how I see it. Weapons won't become obsolete when you return from Exodus missions, but in-game technology will evolve alongside you as you go on those missions due to time dilation. Matthew McConaughey's character plays a major role in the game. That's a secret for now. His tagline is I am CC, Overlev, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Has a specific meaning. Okay, so he is a big character, never mind, but we don't know what he is. Okay. Plans to share more in December, which we just saw the gameplay trailer that we just put out, and then here are some more like art shots. This is one of the aliens. This just looks crazy. Ew, it's like reaching for the ship too. I love it. These are really cool. I love it. It's beautiful. It looks simple, but it's not. You know? Like, I love it. I love that it's like this. All right, here's more. Shout out again to Shinobi602 because I'm getting all my info from you. The basics, action RPG with dialogue choices, your own ship companions, both human and alien skill trees, etc. Great. I love it. I love that there's going to be alien companions because, listen, love the humans, but need that alien. You know what I'm saying? And also, the fact that we have dialogue choices confirms that I'm hoping that we can be an ass. Because sometimes I like being an asshole in these games. I'm generally nice. But if someone pisses me off, I'm going to punch you in the face. You know, I kind of did that with Shepard in my Mass Effect playthroughs. And then our own ship, I wonder if that's customizable. I don't know. Play as June, who the team describes as a sort of mix between Indiana Jones and Paul Atreides. Wait, who is that? Hang on. Atreides? Oh, it's Dune. I haven't watched Dune yet. Sorry guys, I'm sorry. You can customize your character, male or female. Choices you in the game define you. Game structure. There are structured quests as well as areas you can explore in and around. Similar to the Knights of the Old Republic, Mass Effect, Dragon Age Origins, you decide the manner in which quests you do. That's great. You go on quests to retrieve celestial technology, and depending on what you decide to do with the tech, help your society advance military, etc., the game would change drastically. Some choices you make in the celestial tech can open up entirely different weapons and technology. You are joined by a large cast of companions, and you bring 2 along each quest like Mass Effect. I know people wish... I know at least in Veilguard, we could bring more companions. It would have been nice, because in Inquisition, we brought 3. But I think 2 is okay. Sucks that, you know, some companions miss out on like dialogue and stuff, but I think 2 is fine because that is like what Mass Effect was. You just bring 2 people with you. Romance is to be confirmed in the game. Thank God. Can I just say, I hope that also includes aliens. I'm assuming it's including aliens because humans are not the master race in this galaxy. So I'm just gonna assume we can fuck an alien. Some companions will be at each other's throats, and you'll have to side with some over the other, which is great. I love the drama. I love that there's conflict within the group because, again, it makes it more interesting, and we can develop our character to be a certain way. Love that. Some companions can change radically depending on your choices you make. For example, through time dilation, leaving companions behind may change them, age them, etc. by the time you come back. And that's pretty cool. And also, I feel like that's more dramatic if you romance one of them. Like, what if I have to leave my romance character behind? Because they can't come with us or they're not equipped for the job. What happens then? That's exciting. Honestly, I really love it. There's like so many possibilities that could happen here. And, this is making me really excited about it. Like, legit, I hope this game comes out soon. But, you know, at the same time, take your time because, like, I want it to be good. So that's generally what Exodus is. I'm going to leave a link in the description to their website and to their YouTube channel if you guys want to check out the other videos because they have, like, the videos on, like, the type of monsters that you can run into. And we did see some monsters that look like regular animals. So that's pretty interesting to me as well. But, holy crap, this is going to be a great game. I can feel it. Mainly because they're so focused on the story-driven part. The story part, when you're writing the story and it's good, I feel like the rest of the game will come and follow through, you know? And again, this is like a message to developers who are making games and scared of taking risks. I feel like they shouldn't be scared. Like, if you have a great idea, I feel like it will come to fruition. We need more games that are like fresh ideas, fresh IPs, not chasing money, because like I said, if your game is good and you support what video games are supposed to be, you'll make your money. Like, look at Baldur's Gate. I know it's an older IP, it has a fan base, but a lot of people who have never played D&D or into RPGs play the game. For example, I got my husband to play the game, and he doesn't like D&D, he doesn't like really RPGs, he doesn't play games like that, but I got him to play it with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people who have never got into that genre got into it because they took care of like what their game is supposed to be. They made sure to listen to the audience and be like, hey, this is what we need to put in it, rather than being like, well, how can we make the most money? That's what's missing in the game industry. And I know a lot of people feel that sentiment across the board. So with that being said, that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. This is kind of random, but I just want to talk about video games again, because it's been a really long time since I've done videos like this where I'm discussing games. So it's kind of nice to get back into this. So if you guys want more videos on this, like if you know of a game that you think I might be interested in and would like me to talk about, let me know, because I'm trying to catch up with all the new releases since I missed so much last year. So yeah. I would like to hear your thoughts on this game. Are you excited for it? Do you think it's going to be good? Do you have any doubts? What do you think? I would love to know. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like. Please subscribe and hit the bell button, because whenever this game comes out, I will definitely take a look at it. If there's new trailers coming out too, I will definitely watch it on the channel as well, because I like talking about video games. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!